Thank you for watching the after show. We literally just saw our host Brad Pierce chop the competition down to the top 9. I am joined tonight by former winner Dalton Hutton and our backstage manager Aryn Bowling. Let's get right to the first round results. We had, I don't know if we capped 8,000, but definitely over 7,000 online votes, which led to Haley, Sean, and Chloe being voted out tonight. I can tell you that Chloe, it literally was down to 3 online votes that would have kept her in the competition. Were you guys surprised by those 3, Dalton?
I felt like, I don't know, I have my preferences in the people who are here, but I felt like it was good. Like, the choices were good this time around. I probably would have wanted to see, I would have wanted to see Haley go a little bit farther. I think she has a lot of potential, but it was just the end of the road for her, so it was really sad.
Yeah, it was. And I don't know if Lisa would want me to say this or not, but for some reason, her online votes were lower than I would have expected. So I don't know if she just wasn't thinking to get the word out, because it's my opinion that you just should not do badly on the online votes, because who doesn't vote for themselves? Let's be honest. But I think maybe Haley did not vote for herself because compared to everybody else, it was a low margin that we were really surprised by. Aryn, what did you think about the?
I was kind of surprised, to be honest. I feared Haley would have went a lot farther because she is very talented and she's play instruments, so that helps too. But I guess, like you said, it's all about networking when it comes to voting.
Yeah, especially the online vote.
Yes, you definitely have to put yourself out there and ask for votes. But.
What did you think about her performance? Because I felt like, from backstage, I wasn't out in the audience, but I felt like that Dr. Herring's comment was a little unfair, I thought that she did really
Tonight's
really
performance,
well.
you're talking about tonight? The only problem I had with tonight's performance was, I even put it on my cue card, I said that Haley's performance was very stagnant. It was very just flatline. Oh, that was good, but there was no pizzazz. There was nothing memorable about it. It was just a song. I think that's what her problem is I think she gets to the piano and she just like, okay, chords. She forgets to connect with the audience. I think that's what her problem is. Just overall, connecting with people. And I think that's what that goes back to the votes online, is she just didn't connect with the people.
Because the season that you were on, you did the piano most of the time. Mm-hmm. Is that easier said than done, though?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like tonight, I got up there and I played for Chloe, and like I was just that song tonight was probably one of the hardest songs I've had to play in a long time. Just very technical, and I just totally forgot about everybody. So I feel like if you're not totally comfortable with your skills on an instrument, you should probably not worry about it. It's a voice competition. They look at your vocals, and just your instrument is just something to add. But your first instrument should be your voice, not, okay, I can play piano. So how well can you play piano?
Just a yes or no. If you were Haley Haygood, would you have played the piano tonight?
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not was not an option that I gave you.
No.
I'm just kidding. Aryn, you managed all of backstage. What is that like?
Hectic. There's always people like going back and forth saying, I need this. Can we do
and
this?
It seemed like there were a lot of changes as far as what they needed tonight.
There was. Everybody, Tim Smith, like right before the show started, he was supposed to have a piano, and like 5 minutes before the show, he said, I'm going without the piano. I'm doing solo. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like telling like people that are moving the piano, and be like, all right, we don't need that. Make sure it is off the stage.
That's a good thing, because I thought if they moved that piano one more time, that front column was going to be in the front row.
It probably would have been.
How do we think that the performances went tonight? First of all, let me just say, when we chose the one-hit wonders, we thought it would be all these well-known, awesome songs. And I think Lisa has said that it was such a hectic time as far as picking songs that we are not ever doing this category again. What do you think of the song choices?
Some of them I had never heard of, like Sarah Jones. It was a great song for her voice, good country twang, but I had never heard that song in my life.
When we played it back to listen to it in the office, I hated it. I thought it was completely weird. But she did a really good job with it. She
worked it. I thought that a lot of the songs were like from like the 80s and the 90s and maybe early 2000s max. And I was just waiting for like, you know, something more current. There's a lot of things from 2005 on, like in the past decade or so, that are good songs, and they're just one-hit wonders, and nobody seemed to like think of those. They went way back, and I don't know. They were all good songs tonight, but well, most of them were all good songs. But I felt like it was good.
Do you think, Aryn, the people that we thought did badly last week, do you think they stepped up their game this time?
I for sure did. Rachel especially. You know, last time when she sung "Colors of the Wind," it didn't go over so well for her. But she definitely surprised me this week and stepped it up a little bit. And Tim Smith as well. He definitely brought his game, and I believe he's going to keep getting better and better.
Tim Smith, I was sitting there watching the performance, and Tim was just like, I don't know, he really showed his musicianship tonight just by working the dynamics and working the emotions of the crowd. And I really myself got into his performance because he kind of took it down, and then in the chorus he like brought it out, and it was really full, and I really loved his performance. It was so musical, and you could tell that he was a true musician.
So who would you, if you had to pick a winner for the night, who would it be, Aryn?
Oof, that's a tough one. Ashley always does great, like gets crowd involvement. She's always a top pick for me. Brandy also did very well, and Sarah Jo. There's some really good talent this year. So
Dalton?
Brandy by far.
Yeah, I thought she had a really good job.
Brandy was amazing. I don't know. I just have a special place for Brandy because she's just like she's so talented. Her voice is amazing, and I feel like she gets looked over a lot. She doesn't really connect with the audience, and some people don't like have mixed feelings about her. But I think she's amazing. I think she could go far. I honestly think if she doesn't win, she has to be top two because just her voice and her control. Tonight, whenever she was like singing the JoJo song, there was a point in the song whenever she sang and it got really quiet, and she did this like little run all the way down, and she like kept getting more quiet, and she had such control with that. And I literally got goosebumps from it. But she's a dark horse in the competition, and not a lot of people like give her the praise that she deserves.
Does it seem like this season that there's a lot of audience versus judges? I think I heard more boos tonight, and like not even like playful boos, like sincere booing.
Yeah.
Do you, Dalton, agree with a lot of what they say?
First of all, I love to have Megan on the judges panel. She just tells it like it is. Everything she says, I want to say to them. It's very constructive. Everybody thinks that Sarah or that Megan is like the Simon Cowell or whatever of Spotlight, but she's not negative at all. Like she's so constructive and tells them this is what you could work on. And to me as a musician, that's what I strive for. That's what I'm hungry for, is always to get constructive criticism of what could I do better? What could I always like? How can I go to the next step? So I really love that about her.
I know it seems like every week we talk about the rap aspect, and I think that at this point we get that the judges do not listen to rap.
Yeah,
I think we get it. But why not just? And this is not. I guess it has been critical, but why not just? Did you like it or not? You know, why can't you just say that?
No.
Is it that hard?
No. I don't know much about rap. I don't like. Okay, just give us your opinion.
Yeah. Do you think that either of the rappers will make it into the top 6, Aryn?
I definitely think Ashley has a real shot because everybody loves her. Everybody's always like, yeah, like when she comes on. Ezra, I'm not so sure about for the fact he uses a lot of live instruments for rap, and you don't really hear that a lot. But I feel like if he used more tracks, he could do a lot better. And if he would enunciate a little bit better when he is rapping, because sometimes he just gets so caught up in it, all you hear, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they're both very talented. But I think Ashley most likely will make it to the top 3.
Oh, so you're going to go ahead and give her top 3?
I'm going to.
Would you agree with that?
I could honestly see her in the top 3.
This is my fear for the rappers. It seems like because that they don't sing, that every spotlight they have to work out some kind of gimmick to go along with what they're doing, like interacting with the audience, you know, the Spotlight School of Music or whatever. where the signs. Do you not think that that's going to get tiresome?
What do you think?
I mean, I think it could, but I think they are like a breath of fresh air because a lot of performers get up there and just kind of stand and like lounge singer type, but they like, you know, get everybody like involved and pumped, and I think that's what like a lot of performers need is to get more involved with the audience and be like more excited, and instead of like hiding behind like an instrument like Dalton said, like, using that as their security blanket. But I think if everybody just kind of got like a burst of energy, it'd be better instead of picking slow songs all the time. But for the rap, yeah, I can understand that being a little bit more difficult for them. But they're doing a great job, I think, of bringing it. So.
I don't think there, in my opinion, was a total bomb tonight. I don't think. Like last time we had the Colors of the Wind to talk about. I think that the judges really did not like what Cassie did at the end, but I thought that took a lot of creativity. Maybe that's not the word. I appreciate what she tried to do, if that makes sense. Do you guys have thoughts on that?
You appreciated her efforts.
Yes. And I talked to her as she was going on, and she said that well, I said, this is not really something that you ordinarily would do, right? And she was a little worried about remembering the words. But I would not consider it a total fail.
I don't understand what the guitar bass solo thing was during. That was seriously what made it so awkward to the audience, because we were just like, okay, what do we do? And she conveyed that to the audience as well with walking back and turning up the amp, and like it was just super awkward. And that's another thing is like stage presence. Like I know I don't want to like go back to Pilot or anything like that, but seriously, like somebody needs to teach these people stage presence, because standing up with a mic is not all in. And I know that coming from me, Mr. Piano Man is probably not the best person to talk about stage presence, but you can convey stage presence by dance. You can not only just dancing around, but through your music, like dynamics and the way you say the words, and you can speed up, slow down, and just the emotions is a good way to have stage presence. It's not just jumping around and getting people to clap or something like that. You know, there's so much more to stage presence than just like standing there and clapping.
Well, we will see if they improve. Thank you guys for joining us on the after show. Thank you.